A federal judge appointed by Donald Trump in Minnesota believes it's highly likely that evidence at the crime scene of the shooting of Alex Pretti was destroyed, is no longer recoverable, and that in the future, in a lawsuit brought by his estate, they'll be able to use that point to win their case. That is what's within a new order by Judge Tostred coming out of Minnesota just in the last few hours here on the Midas Touch Network. Now, on the face of it, the judge decided he's not going to continue an injunction, a temporary restraining order that he put in place last week to stop the administration from continuing to destroy evidence, preventing them from destroying evidence. He says whatever's done is done. And if that's already been done, that's something for Alex Pretti's lawyers, which he basically invites to bring that lawsuit and make that argument. Particularly, there's focus in the decision, the opinion and order on the gun. No, not the one that, or the one or two that shot and killed, summarily executed Alex Pretti with 10 bullets into his riddled body, but rather his gun, the gun that the defense claims, the government claims, was the reason that he was assassinated. To this day, as I said a week ago when I saw the government's filings by the Department of Homeland Security and the Border Patrol and the FBI agent, I have no idea where the gun is. You know what? The judge doesn't know where the gun is either. And he's questioning why the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension hasn't brought a motion directed right about the gun. But he believes there's so much attention on this case that there's nothing more he can do by way of an injunction. I'll explain to you the difference between an injunction and other types of remedies when a court sits in both law and in equity. Here on this Hot Take, I'm Michael Popok. Take a minute, hit the free subscribe button, but then come over to Legal AF YouTube channel and help us continue to grow there and give us the resources we need to meet the moment. Let's talk about Judge Tostred. He was not MAGA, but he was a Trump appointee in the first term sitting in Minnesota. We reported that last week on a temporary emergency injunction, he ordered the federal government not to destroy evidence. This is a case brought by the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. All they want to do is do their job. They just want to get access to the evidence. They wanted in real time, moments after the shooting, get access to the crime scene that was blocked and denied by the feds. They wanted access to the witnesses. They wanted access to the gun. They wanted access to the shell casings. They wanted access and interview the agents who were involved in the shooting. They wanted access to their guns for forensic purposes. You know, like CSI Minneapolis. None of that happened. They ran to court to preserve evidence. The judge did that. The question now was he going to continue to have that order out there? But more fundamentally, more importantly, are the observations made by the judge about the crime scene and the future lawsuits, civil lawsuits brought by Alex Pretti's family. Here's what he says on page 13. It appears likely that evidence was lost or spoliated. That's a fancy word we use for evidence that's